Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Repo Rod. What's up, Repo?
Hey, Bill, what's happening, man?
I'm chilling, man. I'm doing great. Things are looking pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, doing big things. People don't have a clue what's coming.
Now, we got some good irons are in that fire.
Definitely.
You
Yeah, I
know?
appreciate all the people we got rolling in.
Oh, yeah.
And
I actually got together yesterday with Ed D. You had on the former California HA member, buddy of mine.
yeah, shout out to Ed.
Yeah, Eddie. We got together and had lunch yesterday.
Got to chop it up with buddies.
Oh, after that, I went over to the casino to do a little rolling of the dice on the crap tables.
Win anything?
I took a little bit of their money home.
Hey, that's always a good time, right?
Better than no bit. Them keeping yours. I'd rather take theirs and walk off.
Yeah, they usually take my money, man. So today, we were talking about cooperators and rats.
Yeah.
You know, dirtiest of the low out there.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to talk to you about what's it like when you find out that there's a cooperator in the club, or when you were in the club, did you ever, did you hear things from people like, yo, this guy might be bad, this guy might be bad? Like, what was it like in the club?
Bill, man, but you gotta take everything with a grain of salt, and you gotta do your own background on it, man, because honestly, some dudes, they might be a little tweaked out and they start getting paranoid, and this guy's a rat, that guy's a rat. You gotta do your homework and make sure a snitch is really a snitch before you go calling somebody out on it, man, because anything can happen with that. Anything.
And people throw that around. They throw that word around quite a bit, right?
Get hurt from it. People get hurt with that shit. You know, you really got to make sure they are who they say they are, and they're really a snitch before you go putting the boots to them.
And when you were in the club, did you guys verify that anyone was cooperating?
There was a couple dudes that came down the road outside of what charter I was in. I mean, in mine, we know the dude that set me up on the case was a cooperating government informant, paid informant. We had enough, like on two other dudes, to, I think, move forward on them as working with law enforcement.
Now, what happens if you find out someone's working with law enforcement?
They're going down the road.
If you beat them up, they'll just run to the cops, right?
Yeah, but you know what? Go ahead and run to the cops. What you gonna do? Put assault charge on me? Go ahead. You know, It's better off they're gone. Sometimes you just tell them, hey, put them in there and scare the crap into their pants, and we know, but present the proof. Have the proof there when you call this dude out.
Because some motorcycle clubs have been known, even the Hells Angels have been known to kill people who cooperate with the government.
Well, I won't confirm or deny, but so it's said. There's lots of them out there that have done that. There's some cases out there where they say, dudes was cooperating and other guys knocked them off. And the worst thing I think a lot of these dudes do is, especially in the 1% motorcycle club arena, is you got these guys out there that come in and they wind up cooperating witnesses for whatever reason, whether they were prior or during or after, and the cloth isn't cut the same anymore. We spoke earlier today on one of them that you had put up there with that big cheese-eating fucking rat piece of shit, Sammy Gravano. You had one up the other day where this dude did Article 35 or whatever it was, and I'm sure you can touch on that more later, but my thing with that is I went and I read that law myself, after you did that cast. And in my eyes, he should have been thrown out then. should have been thrown out of the club. Like, I would have to sit and say, hey, at that time, did that man bring that to the club? And did the club say, hey, this is okay that you cooperate in that format? You're going to take a plea deal. You're going to do what? Other than that, man, the dude's a snitch to me, and he should have been thrown out. Sonny Barger should have been thrown out. He called cops on his old lady.
That's a major violation, right?
Yeah. I talked to several different people who do podcasts like yourself, and I tell them, you know what? There's enough guys you've interviewed now across the board that were in so many different clubs, and you have such a means to still reach out and find out. And you definitely want 110% quality coming out on your channels. But some of these guys, whatever bullshit, they come up with this stupid ass video just to, pop something off. And it's the wolf leading the sheep, man. The sheep need to open their eyes because they're about to walk off the cliff where a whole other pack of wolves are at the bottom. Get a clue, man. Like, if you're not, yourself and a few others that I'm friends with, put it out there 110%. Maybe some dude will come along that ain't stand up, but if 98% of your stuff is, you'll go far with it. Pretty much the dude is not doing, in my eyes, he's not doing a podcast. He's doing a snitch fest. And probably what he did while he was locked up, because I think there's some records somewhere that somebody has of him trying to cooperate with corrections officials while he was in PC. And, he wasn't out on the yard. And,
none of that. I don't get involved in none of that shit.
People forget, man, if I can't reach out and deep, somebody else can. And if it ain't that person, it's going to be XYZ. But we're going to find your shit out. And we're going to be, as we talked about, we're going to put it out there. Who's a rat? That's going to take a lot of time and a lot of podcasts to actually put all the rats out there.
What do you think of Sammy Gravano's cult following? Like, he's got a lot of people that are on his side.
Look, I think Sammy Gravano, the lifestyle he was in, he knew the consequences, man. And he lived, outside of the realm, whacking people and stuff. But for him, it amazes me for him to cooperate. And he had, I forget what the total number of confirmed murders behind that. But he went and he did a drug dealer and he got to protect. You knew the risk working for Gotti. You knew that. Every single day when you woke up, you knew what you was doing. You was going out there, whether you busted somebody up, you beat somebody down, you scared them, you took the money, the tax, whatever you want to call it. You knew exactly what you were doing. You in turn, because nobody's going to help you out, you ratted. And you're the worst kind of snitch, man. Like, in that organization, as well as many others, you take the hit. And, Sammy would have done life, absolutely. John had to do life because Sammy couldn't do life. Yeah, but he's out there now. He's out there now, and he's calling people a fucking rat. Like, we watched that thing on Mike, where he was a snitch, and he's out there doing podcasts. I never rat. I never told on anybody. I didn't rat, and and his paperwork's out there where he was a snitch.
What about Junior? What do you think of Gotti Jr.?
He'll never could fill his father's shoes. That kind of, that old school OG, they're done and over, man. They were hardcore. People don't rock it like that anymore. And, the nature of the beast. You're going out there and you're shaking hands and breaking bread with the beast every day. So, yeah, you live a good life. John went and he did the remainder of his life in jail. But that was, the life. That was what he stepped in and he knew well. But what Sammy did to him was wrong. And anybody that says Sammy wasn't a rat, he's a fucking rat. Oh, they weren't going to stick up for me. The fucking dude, Jimmy, that was, I forget what show he was on, the Pagan. He was their cook and shit. And
Jimmy D.
Kill me. My own club was going to whack me, so I went and formed it. You bitch ass. Bitch.
That was Jimmy D, right? Jimmy D, the guy with the crazy eyes. Did you know him on the street? Did you ever have run-ins with that guy?
I never had a run-in with him, but I knew him on the streets. I knew of him, and I knew him. I'd seen him around. And, the dude was a cook and tweaker. And I think he's one of them that, like, buried himself too deep in the bag. He just never came back. He stayed a tweaker even when he ain't doing it.
Did he go into the witness protection program?
He did something, same like Sammy did, man. But that dude's got him, he said, I'm still here. And you're not, man. He buried himself so far out somewhere, wherever the government sticks them rats. I don't know. But, poor Sammy, when he got relocated as a rat out on the West Coast, it ain't good enough that you're getting the government money every month. You're getting a place to live. And all you got to do is be nice. No, you go out and you want to get 10,000 ecstasy pills and start a dope dealing business.
His excuse, Repo, is that his son was in some credit card trouble and he needed a bunch of money. But Sammy had the money to fix his son's whole problems.
Yep. He's an idiot. The dude's an idiot, and he goes on there and he still talks like he's some gangster. The dude's a straight up punk rat.
I think anyone don't get no more. That guy, it's disgusting. It really is.
Dudes don't know how to take a hit no more. Just if you in that lifestyle, go out there, do your business, and you get a hit, you suck it up. That's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, but everyone has an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Sammy says, "Oh, John was gonna throw me under the bus." Somebody always has an excuse.
They say, like down in Philly, people call Joey Merlino a rat.